O Cortiço, by Aluísio. O Azevedo. Fome, de Agf. 13 to 25. João, Romão, was an employee of a shopkeeper who grew rich within the four walls of a dirty, dark tavern in the back alleys of the Botafogo neighborhood, and he saved so much of the little he earned in that dozen years that when his boss retired to the old country, he left him in payment of back wages, not only the shop with everything in it, but also 1,500 mil in cash. Now the owner and established on his own, the young man threw himself into labor with even more ardor, possessed by such a delirium to get rich that he resignedly faced the harshest privations. He slept on the counter of his own shop, on top of a straw mat, using a sack of burlap filled with straw as a pillow. His food was arranged for him, for 400 a day, by a neighboring vegetable seller, Bertaleza, a 30-something Creole woman, a slave of an old blind man living in Juiz de Fora, involved with a Portuguese man who had a handcart and did hauling jobs in the city. Bertaleza also worked hard. Her stall was the most frequented in the neighborhood. In the morning she sold angu cornmeal porridge, and at night fried fish and liver strips. She paid her owner 20 mil a month, and, despite that, had put aside almost enough for a manumission. One day, however, her man, after running half a league, pulling a load beyond his strength, fell dead in the street, next to the cart, worn out like a beast. João showed great interest in this misfortune, even making himself a direct participant in the neighbor's sufferings, and with such earnestness he lamented with her that the good woman chose him as the confidant of her misfortunes. She opened up to him, told him her life of troubles and difficulties. Her master was eating her alive. It was no joke for a poor woman having to cough up 20 mil in cash every month. And then she whispered to him what she had saved for her freedom, and ended up asking the shopkeeper to guard her savings, because once before she had been robbed by thieves who broke into her stall from the back. From then on, João became the cashier, the attorney, and the counselor of the Creole woman. In a short time, he was the one who took charge of everything she produced, and he was also the one who managed her savings, and who took care of sending the owner the 20 mil monthly. He immediately opened a current account for her and the vegetable seller. When she needed money for anything, would pop over to the shop and receive it from the hands of the shopkeeper. From Sujo'o, as she said. Sujo'o methodically debited these small amounts in a little notebook, on whose brown paper cover was written, poorly, and in letters cut out from a newspaper, assets and liabilities of Bertaleza. And in such a way did the tavern keeper gain the woman's trust, that she finally resolved nothing by herself anymore, and blindly accepted from him any and all decisions. Finally, if anyone needed to discuss any business with her, they didn't even bother to look for her. They went straight to João. Before they knew it, they were living together. He proposed they live together, and she agreed with open arms, happy to get involved with a Portuguese man again, because, like all mixed-race women, Bertaleza didn't want to subject herself to black men and instinctively sought a man from a race superior to hers. João then bought with his friend's savings a few spans of land to the left of the shop and built a little house with 2 doors divided in half, parallel to the street, the front part destined for the vegetable stall, and the back for a bedroom which was arranged with Bertaleza-esque. There was besides the bed a very old jacaranda wood chest of drawers with yellow metal handles, already tarnished, an oratory full of saints, and lined with colored paper, a large raw leather trunk, studded with nails to wooden stools made from a single piece, and a formidable hook to nail on the wall with its corresponding cover made of chintz scraps.